Hello, it's Celeste here, and welcome to A Crafter's Story. In the last video, I mentioned that I'd made some vellum stickers and that I'd picked up some leaves and made some vellum stickers, and these were the ones that I decided to put onto this mini journal that we had made together. Or that I had done a flip through. Sorry, we didn't do that. We made a flip through, did a flip through of this one. So I thought, let me quickly show you how I did these because they super easy to do and very inexpensive. So I was sweeping the front door and all these leaves, I was just picking them all up, but these just caught my eye. I don't know why. There was no rhyme or reason for it. It just did. And they just, to me, just looked like they had so much character. And so I brought these 4 in and I decided that I would photocopy them. So I photocopied them. And then I thought, well, they're a little big, and although they're beautiful, I love them, and the colors are gorgeous, and you can see all the detail, they're a little big. So I went back onto the computer, sorry, not on the computer, on the printer, and I put the leaves back on, and I reduced the size by 75%, and they came out this size. And the trick now, if you put to make vellum stickers, you have to oil the paper up, which sounds really weird. And for those of you who have done it, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. But for those of you who haven't, I'm going to show you how I did that. And just to show you an example of the difference that oiling up your paper makes, I've got one side oiled up with coconut oil and one side not oiled up. And this is quite a bright red piece of card. Now I'm hoping on the camera that you're going to be able to see that you can't really see the red through the side that's not oiled up, right? But the side that is oiled up, you can see some of that red through the part of this design that has the coconut oil on it. And so what the oil does to the paper is it makes it somewhat translucent, and which is kind of what a vellum paper is, right? Or not. I don't even know if if you can consider vellum to be a paper, but I suppose so. So again, just you can see some of the red coming through that side, but not so much this side because the oil, whatever oil you decide to use, and it doesn't have to be coconut oil, makes the paper translucent. Okay, so I'm going to set these. These are, for example, that I've already put the oil on, and then I've got some double-sided tape on the back, because when I pull that double-sided tape off, this white goes away and the tape is translucent, so it gives you back the translucent look of a vellum sticker. But we'll do that later. So I'm going to put this all aside and just do a quick example for you to see. I want to be slightly gentle with those leaves because I want to make more, and I've never been motivated to sweep the front door but I am now. Okay, all right, so I was doing this with my fingers, but it's a bit messy, and when I'm doing it on my own, I can take a pause and go wash my hands and come back. But since we're doing this just on a quick little video, I'm going to use a painter's brush, just a nasty old little painter's brush. And it actually works pretty well, so I'm probably going to use this again. Just keep going. And you can really saturate this paper with the coconut oil. Now I've used olive oil, I've used avocado oil, I've used sunflower oil, avocado oil, all of it. It'll all work. For me, just personally, coconut oil dries better. The other oils seem to keep the page a little oilier for longer. And because I'm an impatient crafter, I prefer to have things dry, you know, a little quicker. I want to kind of get on with it. So I'm going to do the front and the back and really get in there. And if you see any bits that isn't going translucent like there, get in there and just give it a go and just get that stuff, that coconut oil in there. And honestly, you guys, you buy the cheapest coconut oil you can find. I don't remember where I bought this, but I know it wasn't expensive. I know I've seen them at the discount stores. I've seen them at the dollar stores. The dollar store, the little bottle's a lot smaller, but you don't use much. Oh, come back here. Oh, I'm splattering this. I'm splattering coconut oil all over the place. This whole craft room is gonna smell like coconut oil. Well, it could smell worse, right? It could smell a lot worse. All right, so here you go. So I think we probably have enough on here. Now you can see the difference already. If I were to take, I'm probably going to get oil all over this, but that's okay. So if I were to take my red, oh, actually, you know what? Let's scoot it right the way in and you'll see what I mean. Look at the difference between here, where you can hardly see the red, and then there, where the coconut oil has made this paper more translucent. So it's a very distinct difference when you put the oil on the paper. Okay, so because there is so much oil on here, you're going to have to rub some of it off. So I'm just going to rub this, and I just have a plain old inkjet printer, nothing fancy. So any old printer will do. In fact, coloring in pages are great as well. If you want, this was just a little coloring in page. If you wanted to use that, make stickers out of that. That'll work also. That'll also work. Oh my gosh, I'll speak proper English, Celeste. I'm gonna take some of this excess off my mat, and just then I can put the front side down. I actually like the smell of the coconut. Smells good. I like it. I like it. Makes me think like. Makes me dream of tropical places. tropical island destinations. Okay. Now I have two options here. I can come in with my heat gun and just hold it up and dry it, or I can leave it overnight and just allow this to really dry so that you don't have this excess, or you could keep coming in and keep rubbing. I have, just for time, and you obviously want to get rid of this here, otherwise you're just going to be transferring it. I have pre-treated another page for time purposes, but this is it, you guys. You're really just going to put your coconut oil on. You can massage it in with your fingers if you want to. It's really good for your skin, so I mean, I don't mind doing that at all. So massage it in, leave it to dry, or dry it off with your heat gun, and then you are ready to start cutting them out. So I have pre-done a page earlier today. This one is dry enough for us to work with, and all I'm going to do now is cut them out. So I'll cut one out. And it's a bit of a like a fussy cut. Get my little scissors, and I'm going to cut out the easiest one. I think just because it's a nice and quick one to cut out. And on this, when I photocopied this, these two little guys moved together, and so I'm going to be a little careful just to get. I don't want to cut into the red one. There we go. All right. I'll cut this little guy out. Oh, wait, no, stop. I got to put this double-sided tape on first. Yep, I almost made a mistake, almost. But I caught myself, thankfully. Now, I suppose what I could have done, because some of those stickers are a little bigger, and I could have run this double-sided tape down down the length, or at least to here, of this paper, so that when I cut it out, the double-sided tape is already on the back. And that is, I think, what I'll do going forward. So let's take this one just off the tape, and I'll show you what I should have done. Is I should have done that, because then when I go to cut out this larger leaf, the double-sided tape is already on the back of it. And I think I'm going to put another bit of tape there, because just that little edge of it is not quite, I don't want to lose it, and it's just off the tape. So let's just do this anyway. This is what I should have done, you guys. I get ahead of myself. And the crazy thing that because at first when I was doing this, I thought, oh, this tape is not going to stick to the paper because of the oil, and it does. So I don't know if it's this brand, this X-Fasten brand, that's so sticky and that's good, or if it's just that the double-sided tape is strong enough that it can hold on. Either way, it works. So I'll put that aside, and we'll just work on this little guy. And I'm going to just fussy cut him out. And then I'll show you, because some of and when there's a tear like this, I decided, well, I'm going to go right in and actually embrace that tear, because I think it adds to the character of this leaf, that it has that tear. This little tear on the other side's a little small. I don't know if I can get in there, but I think I'm going to leave that one alone. And let's just cut this out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Out. There we go. And let's cut out this little, so there's less white space, less white on the little leaf. See, can I pull it? I can pull it. No, yeah, okay, no. Now, there is some of this white around here, and I didn't like it because it makes it look like it comes off a white sheet of paper, and I don't like that. I want it to look just like a leaf sticker that I might have bought in a store somewhere. And so I'm going to come in with some of my, it can be black ink, it can be brown ink. If that was the red leaf, it could be red ink, or like a mahogany ink, anything that just takes away the white edge. And this little inside bit here is a little tricky. Let's see if I can get in there. I did it. I'm fine. I'm so good. Actually, I just had potluck, but I'm just going to pretend that I knew what I was doing, right? Okay, so there you go. That little guy is done, and I feel like I could leave that alone and just have it be a leaf on its own, and it becomes a sticker that I use somewhere in a journal. Or, where are my other little guys? Put them away. Here they are. Here are my other three guys. So those are the other three that are already done from a previous project that I've already fussy cut out, and I tried as best as I could to get as rugged as I possibly could. All the tears, all the dried pieces that fell off on this leaf, I really wanted to cut into those spaces so that it does look like a dead, dried fall leaf, right? Same with this one. I really wanted that to, and even this little guy to a degree. All right, and I thought, well, they look great, and I have already gone ahead and put the ink around each of the edges to take away some of that white. But I'm going to come in with my Uniball gold pen and just go up the middle, really come back down to make sure it's actually well and truly gold, because I did that with these guys. I actually came back and went over the gold lines a little bit more, just to make sure that they pop, you know. And then just look to see where the veins of the original leaf are and follow them as much as you possibly can. And you'll find that it really, I don't know, I just like this a lot because it has that sort of little bit of bling, but also has that earthy feel to it. I just love these leaves. I couldn't believe how nicely this turned out. And without looking homemade, it looked repurposed. There we go. It looked repurposed. So this side, the lines are a little bit fainter and I can't really see them as well, so I'm kind of making it up a little bit. And that's okay too. Nature is not perfect. It's not supposed to be anyway. Okay, so there's that little guy. Let's come in here. And again, there's not a whole, I can't really see too well where the lines were, but I know that they've, roughly speaking, go to, they roughly speaking go in like there. And I think I see one there, kind of maybe. We're just kind of winging it on this one a little bit. That's all right. Oh, I think okay, I'll do that. That's okay. All right. And then let's find a page in this journal. Let's just find a page in this journal. And I didn't use this one on the front page, so let's use it on one of the inside pages. Where should we use it? It's too close to the front. Let's see where at the back. I remember we didn't have much at the back, did we? So let's put one just at the back here. Yeah. That's too, the colors are too close there. Nope. There we go. Let's just do that because, you know, I'm just going to keep. This is kind of nice. This one had a bit that the two sets of tape sat next to each other. Otherwise, normally I'd have to sit and, you know, peel back at one of the corners. So this was kind of advantageous that this particular one had a seam for us to pull from. And of course, you guys, you know, this is going to be a little sticker that you can use absolutely anywhere. Let me put it, because there's a nice leaf design there, so I'm going to kind of put it up top a little bit, just like that. And if this was if it was a brighter color, some of that would have shone through this brown, especially where there were white spots. Just happens that it's not quite as dramatic. But the whole idea here was just to make a vellum sticker that feels, you've got the softness of what the coconut oil gives you, sort of like a vellum soft feeling. So it takes away that paper feel. So if you did that versus that, it has a different sound. Because it has a different, the surface now is different. All right, so that was all I wanted to share with you guys, just to show you how I've picked up some leaves, put a little bit of the coconut oil on it, and then made stickers by putting the double-sided tape on the back. And like I said, you can do this with any of the anything that you decide that you want to make a vellum sticker out of. I'm trying to see where my, oh here they are, where they went. And I think, let me close it because that shows you a better example. There you go. So have fun go sweep up the leaves outside your door. And I'm motivating you. For anybody who lives in the north right now, and there's, or you know, the next time you have to go and do some garden work, bring some of it inside with you and make some leaves. All right, thank you so much for going on this little leaf adventure with me and visiting with me, and I appreciate you and your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.